Hello students, I am Mohammad Asim. In last lecture we did some past paper problems of the topic variations. But I told you in last lecture that we have to do one more lecture of the same topic variations, but word problems of this topic. Word problem, or you may say applications of variations in our daily life. Let's have a look this question, word problem of this topic. What is this question is? Question number 1. This is my question number. At a height h meters above the bottom of a river, the water flows at a speed of v meter per second. This is the information given in this question. The height of h meters above the bottom of a river, the speed is v meter per second. Brain, a student, suggests that v is directly proportional to the square of h. H means, what is h? Height. Brain, a student, suggests that v is directly proportional to the square of h. So this is his suggestion. On the surface of the river, h height is equals to 2 and v speed is equals to 0.24 meter per second. Part A, using brain's suggestion, 1. Form the equation that expresses v in terms of h. This part is not new for you. It's very easy. Solution A1. How to form the equation? With the help of this. Brain suggests v is directly proportional to square of h. So v is directly proportional to the square of h. Square of h. This implies that v is equals to kh square. This k is the constant of proportionality. Therefore, this is our requirement. Form the equation that expresses v in terms of h. So this is our required equation, v is equals to kh square. Answer. Part 2. What is part 2? Find the speed of the water 1 meter above the bottom of the river. We have to find the speed of water. Oh, one more thing which is left in this part A, v is equals to kh square. Still we need to find the value of k. How to find the value of k? With the help of this. H is 2 and v is equals to 0.24. So put v 0.24 is equals to k, which we have to find h square, 2 square. So 0.24 is equals to k into 4. 0.24 divided by 4 is equals to k. After cancelling 0.24 divided by 4, we will get 0.06. Hence, the requirement of part 1 form the equation that express v in terms of h is v is equals to, what is k? 0.06 h square. So this is your final answer of part 1. What about part 2? Part 2 is find the speed of the water 1 meter above the bottom of the river. We just have to put the value of h 1 meter in the given equation to get the value of v. V is equals to 0.06 multiplied by h square. What is h? H is 1. So 0.06 into 1 square is 1. 0.06 into 1 is 0.06 meters per second. This is the answer of part 2. The next part is brain later notices that at the bottom of the river the water is flowing with a speed of 0.06 meter per second. After his experiment, he notices that the speed of the water at the bottom of the river is 0.06 meter per second. Use this extra information to comment briefly on the equation obtained in A1. Our equation is A1 0.06 h square. How we find this equation? By using this information. What is the information? Brain suggests that V is directly proportional to the square of h. On the surface of the river, h is 2. We get this equation 0.06 on the surface of the river, which is h2, and V is 0.24. But in part B, brain later notices that at the bottom of the river the speed is 0.0 meter per second. So it's a contradiction between this part and this part. Therefore, the answer of part B is solution part B is, I wrote for you, according to the equation the water should not be flowing at the bottom of the river. Why? This is our answer because in part A we have find this equation of V and H by using H2 and V is 0.24 when the water is flowing at the surface of the river. But in part B, he later notices that the speed of the water is 0.06 meter per second at the bottom of river. So, for this information is the contradiction of this equation. Therefore, I wrote according to the equation, the water should not be flowing at the bottom of the river. Okay. So, I hope you understand this word problem. It's very, very easy. Word problems are always easy if you make the correct requirement, if you make the correct situation and the equation as well. Now, see another word problem. Next word problem is two. It's question number 2. A car skids to a halt in an accident. Investigators measure the length L meters of the skid estimate the speed v meters per second at which it had been traveling before the accident. The speed is proportional to the square root of the length of the skit. Part A. Part A, write down a formula for V in terms of constant K. Very easy question. Just see the information. A car skids to a halt in an accident. Investigators measure the length L meters of the skids to the estimate the speed V meter per second at which it had been traveling before the accident. The speed is proportional to the square root of the length of the skid. So first part solution is very easy. According to the question, the speed V is proportional to the square root of length L. Then V is equals to K root L. This is our requirement. This is our final answer. Write down a formula for V in terms of constant K. The formula is V is equals to K root L. This is our answer. Come to part B. Part B is given that a car traveling at 20 meters per second skids 25 meters. Use your formula. Which formula? V is equals to K square root L to find part 1, the value of K. Very easy solution. How to find the value of K? By using these two information. Put V is equals to 20 in the formula. So 20 is equals to K, and put the value of L is 25 root. 20 is equals to K multiplied by, what is the square root of 25? 5. This 5 becomes denominator on other side, or you may directly cancel 5 4s are 20. So K is equals to 4 is your answer. I hope you understand. Come to part 2. Part 2 of the question is the speed of a car which skids 100 meter. Very easy. Just take this formula, V is equals to K, but this time the value of K is 4. 4 root L implies that 4. What is the value of L is given? 100. So 100 root, then V is equals to 4 multiply. What is the square root of 100? 10. 10 4s are 40 meters per second. This is the answer of part 2. So student, this is the word problem, and you are feeling that how easy word problems of variations are. Let's have a look another question. Question number 3. Again I am taking word problems. These are past papers questions, but old past papers questions. These questions came in 90s, 96, 97, 98, 99. I am taking next question is question number 3. The force of attraction between magnets is F newtons. This force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance d centimeters between the magnets. Part A. When the magnets are a certain distance apart, the force is 10 newtons. Excuse me. What is the force when this distance is doubled? Solution of part A. Look at the information in this word problem. The force of attraction between magnets is F newtons. So the force of attraction between two magnets is F. This force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance d centimeter. According to the question, the relation between force and the distance is inverse. Means if we increase the distance, the force is decrease. If we decrease the distance, the force is increase. Now, first part says when the magnets are a certain distance apart, the force is 10 Newton. Certain distance means, for example, we have two magnets. One is this north south, one is this south north. If they are d distance apart. For example, the force of attraction is 10 Newton. If we have this distance, if we double the distance, so double means we are increasing the distance. So if we increase the distance, the force 10 newtons should be decreases. Understand? But at what rate the force is decreases? See this, the square of the distance. Square of the distance means if we double means 2 times. If we double the force, then if we double the distance, the force is decreases 4 times. Therefore, the answer is 10 upon 4, which is 2.5 Newton. I repeat again all steps. According to the question, when two magnets are d distance apart, the force of attraction is 10 newtons. But if we double the distance, and you see there is the inverse relation between force and distance. So double the distance means the force should be decreases 4 times. 4 times means 10 upon 4, which is 2.5 Newton. So this is the answer of part A. I hope you understand. See part B. B1. B1 is write down a formula connecting F, D and K. Solution. Very easy formula. See, the force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. Therefore, F is equals to K upon D square. This is our final answer. This is the formula which involves F, K and D square. Part 2. Part 2 is when the magnets are 3 centimeter apart, the force is 2 Newton. Find the force when they are 5 centimeter apart. Very easy. Just take this formula. In this case, the force is 2 Newton and the distance is 3. So put 2 is equals to K upon D square. Here D is 3. Implies that 3 square is 9. 9 2s are 18. Hence the value of K is 18. Or you may write 2 into 9 is equals to K, which is, and K is equals to 18. Put this value of K in this formula. F is equals to 18 upon D square. Now see the last part of the question. Find the force when they are 5 centimeter apart. 18 upon D. What is D? D is 5 square. 18 upon 5 square is 25. So this is our answer. 18 upon 25 Newton is the final answer. Or you can divide 18 by 25. Answer should be in point. Or if you multiply this by 4 and divide by 4, you will get 18 4s are 72, 50, 25 4s are 100. Therefore, force is, these are 2 zeros. Therefore, the answer should be 0.72 Newton. Now, you can see if distance is 3, the force is 2, the distance is 5, then the force is 0.72. So, there is the inverse relation. And in physics, you call this relation is called the Newton's law of gravitation. I hope you understand this question. Very interesting question is. Now, see another question. Question number 4, another word problem. I choose word problems from 25 years past papers. Next question is question number 4. Question number 4 is part A. Y is directly proportional to x square. It is known that y is tan for a particular value of x. Find the value of y when this value of x is halved. Solution. Y is directly proportional to x square. It is known that y is tan for a particular value of x. Find the value of y when this value of x is half. Very easy. You know the relation is y is proportional to x square. So see carefully, the value of y is 10. If the value of x is half means 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 2 means 1 upon 4. So for this situation, there is the inverse relation. Though the relation is directly proportional, but if you put half in the formula, the relation becomes inverse. Therefore, if the value of y is 10, but if we halve the value of x, therefore the value of y should be 4 times less. Means the value of y is 10 upon 4, 2.5. This is the answer of part A. Now part B. 7 men can paint a bridge in 15 days. Part 1. Part 1. How long would it take 3 months? Very easy. First, we have to see what is the relation, inverse or direct. 7 men can paint a bridge in 15 days. Therefore, 3 men can paint a bridge more than 15 days. Therefore, the relation is inverse. So, if I assign man is m and I assign the time is t. So, therefore, the relation is m is inversely proportional to t and m is equals to k upon t. What is the value of m is given in the part 7 men. So 7 men can paint a bridge in 15 days. 15 sevens are 105 is equals to K. Hence our equation becomes M is equals to K 105 upon T. Now see the part. How long would it take Freeman? So put 3 over here. 3 is equals to 105 upon T. Then T is equals to 105 upon 3. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, 3 5s are 15. So T is equals to 35 days. So for 3 means the bridge will be complete in 35 days. I hope you understand. Part 2. Part 2 is the bridge was painted in T days. Write down an expression in terms of T for the number of men needed to paint the bridge. We have already written the formula which involves the number of men and the time T. What is the formula? This. M is equals to 105 upon T. So this is our answer. I hope you understand. We have already found because we needed this formula to find the value of T. Now, see another word problem of the topic variations. Students, I am doing too much work hard for your understanding, and I hope you will get full marks and you will be in the position of distinction in math. Now, let's see question number 5. Part A. Y is directly proportional to x square. It is known that y is equals to 6 for a particular value of x. Find the value of y when this value of x is halved. Solution. The same part, almost the same part as we did in question number 4. Y is directly proportional to x square, but when we halve the value, then the value half the value of x and half square is 4, the value of y decreases 4 times. Hence our answer is, what is the value of 6? This value of y 6 divided by 4, which is 3 upon 2 and 1.5 answer. I hope you understand. B. 5 people can build a wall in 12 days. Part 1. How long would it take 4 people. Now first we have to see what is the relation, direct relation or inverse relation. 5 people can build a wall in 12 days. How long would it take 4 people? Obviously if people decreases, the number of days should be increases. So if I assign people is main and time is t, days. So m is inversely proportional to t, implies that m is equals to k upon t. The first two values main are 5, k upon time is 12. 12 5s are 60, hence the value of k is obtained 60. Therefore m is equals to 60 upon t. Why? Because the value of k is 60. Now come to the main part. How long would it take 4 people? Now put 4 over here, 60 upon t, then t is equals to 60 upon 4. 60 upon 4 is 15. Answer is 15 days. So if we decrease the people, the number of days should be increases. Part 2. The wall was built in t days. Write down an expression in terms of t for the number of people needed to build the wall. We have already find the solution. What is the relation which relate the number of people and time? The relation is m is equals to 60 upon t. This is our answer. We have already find in part 1 because we needed this relation. See next question, next word problem. The next word problem is, I hope you understand this question. The next word problem is problem number 6. When an object is falling, the air resistance varies as the square of the speed. At a certain speed, the resistance is 30 newtons. What is the resistance? What is the resistance at twice this speed? Solution. This is very easy. When an object is falling, the air resistance varies as the square of the speed. Resistance is the force, and physics student knows the SI unit of force is Newton. So if we assign the name of resistance is R, or resistance is the force, then we have to write F, and it is varies as the square of the speed. means V square. So at a certain speed the resistance is 30 newtons. What is the resistance at twice this speed? So if we put 2 over here, then 2 square is 4. If the value of V is 4, the resistance is increases 4 times. Therefore, the given resistance is 30 Newton. Then according to question, as the speed is double, then resistance is increases 4 times, which is 120 newtons. I hope you understand. Now see, this is part A. Part B, Y is inversely proportional to X, given that Y is 6 when X is 4. Find value of Y when X is equals to 3. It is very easy, student. We have done so many questions of this type. Y is inversely proportional to X means Y is inversely proportional. X implies that Y is equals to K upon X. What is the value of Y? Y is 6 when X is 4. So 4, 6 are 24, K is 24. Now Y is equals to 24 upon X. What is the question? Find the value of Y when X 24 upon X is 3. Therefore Y 3 1 is 3, 3 8 is 24, 8 is the answer. So student, this is what we have done in today's class. We have do almost all word problems of the topic variations from 90s to 2018 paper 1, because this topic is always and almost come in paper 1. Very rarely question of this topic come in paper 2, part A or part B. So this is our topic. We have finished this variation today, and I hope you enjoy a lot for this topic. Kindly do practice more and more and more, and if you feel any difficulty which is related to this topic variation, kindly write in comments box. I promise you I will help you. I will help you a lot. Okay student, and one more request, kindly subscribe my channel and like my videos, press the bell icon button, and please share my videos to your other friends as well. Okay student, see you for next class.